Well, the two ones that stand out, like you said, were the ones with Man City, the annihilation of the Romanian team, Stuka Bucharest. But the other big one was our man.
Stuka Boca.
There you go. There's one for your early
version 3.
Chubbarisms.
The other game that was paid close attention to was Brendan Rodgers and how he's going at Celtic, and they won their first leg 5-2 to the Israel team.
Yeah.
Can you say that name?
Oh, Shiva, Habib.
There's no Habib about an Israeli team. Let me just tell you, there's no Habib about an Israeli team.
Brings a tingle to you to my back of my neck every time I hear that line. And especially the way Liverpool are playing at the moment, mate.
It's raise the hairs on the back of your neck and a tingle down your
tingle
spine.
Down the spine. That's one
beautiful.
Quabala taking on Saint Etienne from France.
Saint Etienne.
Saint Etienne or whatever. So, look at.
He made him Greek.
Have you seen this group? Anderlecht, Saint Etienne, and Mainz, all on 5 points. In Group D, we're up to. We got Maccabi Tel Aviv taking on AZ Alkmaar, and Zenit St. Petersburg taking on Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
Quack, quack, quack.
That's in Group D.
Dundalk, mate.
So we've got St. Petersburg on top on 9 points. How do you say it?
Dundalk
On 4. Group B. We've got an interesting game. Astra taking on Victoria Pleasant.
Pilsen.
Yeah, that'll do.
Group G, like I said, we've got Braga taking on the Turkish side Konyaspor. Konyaspor, well done, Nick. Taking on Salzburg, and Schalke taking on FC Krasnodar. And
Krasnodar.
Schalke still leading there on 9 points. Krasnodar on 6 in the reverse leg. And Spartak Prague taking Hapoel Beersheva.
Yes, much improved pronunciation there from the Habib.
Spartak Prague,
formerly known as Habib.
And in the last group, we've got Group L. We've got FC Zurich taking on Stuttgart Bucharest, and Villarreal versus Osmanlispor.
Osmanlispor.
Yeah. Spurs had a lot of players out. We've got to be honest. They had Lamela, Deli Ali. Obi-Wan, the defender. I mean, they had a few players out, and Harry Kane had just come back
Who's
into
the
the
defender?
team. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, he still performs on his day as well. Let's not be honest. But all right, boys, I've been waiting all night for this. Let's move on to Saturday night. At Etherdat Stadium, a great crowd, massive crowd again, and Melbourne victory. Eddie had, but Melbourne victory fans.
It seems that maybe that's
players buy into that. It can't be it can't be a coincidence.
It's infectious.
It's right. It can't be a coincidence that they're the teams.
It's what? Infectious.
I just caught that.
You don't like that one?
I love it.
I like it, but I think you said it a bit different, but that's all right. We'll go with infectious. Infectious. Put the triple decker up.
He put the double decker, but it wasn't a double decker. That was a triple decker.
Well, when you've got your striker playing a double left back in Anicevic.
Well, it needs to be.
Now, Ted, I want to get something on my chest with the Wanderers. First of all...
Get on your chest?
Oh, get off my chest, sorry. First of all... I'm always going to have more of a headache now too. Which player is going to leave out of that Champions League squad with La Rocca, Guardiola, and Sirio and Carusco and ICI. So it's going to be interesting.
Isaias.
Chelsea clicking on all cylinders, and it's going to be hard to see how they're going to be stopped, Nick.
That's right. Yeah. Look, I haven't heard clicking through all cylinders. But I know what you mean. They're firing on all cylinders, clicking through all the gears. They're unstoppable. 9 games.
But don't get mistaken. Sam Allardyce saying the signing of Mohamed Sakho in the Mamadou. Well, like you said, Amir Khan and Coutinho only missing due to the Confederations Cup, but you got some McManaman, Stevie Gerrard, Carragher, some of the old flashbacks players coming. Plus, like you said, all the rest of the team will be there, and I suppose it's a chance for Sydney and Liverpool supporters to congratulate Liverpool making the back into the Champions League, and again for Sydney FC supporters to go out there and support their team playing one of the biggest clubs in Australia after the season they had. So
yeah,
Chubba, it should be a great night.
Yeah, I sort of agree with you. I'm not too fussed about McManaman and
Carragher,
but Stevie Gerrard is certainly still a
draw card,
if you want to call it. Yeah, yeah, he'll still attract fans, and
I reckon he'll be captain and walk the team out. I reckon for sure.
Well, I've got a problem in the sense that most of the marquee players have for Sydney FC have left. Ninkovic, Olosko's obviously been released. I'm not sure Dimitrijevic is here. I'm really not sure that what sort of these games, what they mean and what they, I hate to Sydney FC to go out there and they're playing with a lot of youth players and all that, and all of a sudden people say, oh, well, the champions of Australia couldn't compete against a second-string Liverpool team. They're the type of things that I worry about in games. There's a lot of blokes making a lot of money, but what benefit they bring...
it's an interesting one, Tony. Yeah, look, it's purely and simple exhibition game, isn't it? And it's a money maker for Liverpool. For them to jump on a plane straight after the game, come in here, probably be lucky to have one training session, and Klopp will have to put out a starting 11. It'll probably include Steven Gerrard and maybe a couple of the older blokes. But I think fans here are smart enough to see what it is. As I said, a purely an exhibition game, and maybe another chance for the fans to celebrate Sydney FC's A-League title win. I'm sure Arnie will feel a fairly decent side. They won't want to.
They got the most exciting young striker, I think, in football at the moment. And Muppet. Mbappe. Madrid have won the UEFA Champions League final.
The what? UFO Champions League?
UEFA.
The UEFA Champions.
That reminds us, how's fast Chubbarisms?
Yeah.